yo.
Was good. Why you looked at me after you said yo?
Because I ain't know what camera I was looking at.
Okay.
And, you know, I saw ugliness in the room, so I just said, what the fuck?
We back again with beautiful Moe and Brooklyn Boys Radio.
This nigga look like a fucking panda.
Nigga, you been
and I
waiting.
know you burned it up in that bitch.
See? He ain't say shit for the cameras came on, right? Now you want to talk all of that.
Yo, I got a stick on my hat. That shit is mad childish, bro. That shit's crazy. I'll do the sticker shit on my hat. All them niggas do that shit, right?
Yep.
Stickers and shit. I don't do stickers on my motherfucking hat, bro. It's a brand new hat, that's why. But anyway, what's up, Swall?
That was a flex.
Whatever, no. Nigga got 1,000 hats. Yo, what's up with Peter? Shout out to Woodstack and
What stays 8?
Kenny somewhere outside, probably smoking a blunt. Yeah, we here.
That's how you roll a blunt. That's how you roll a blunt.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Roll a
NBA
blunt.
start back tonight. I got shit to do. Yeah, I'm here though.
So wait, that's why you rushed me?
Nah, I got shit to do though.
Oh, okay.
I got shit to do.
Okay,
On top
'cause
of
I'm
that,
like-
I can't get into that. But the
I ain't never-
NBA
I
is
ain't
back
seen-
on.
I ain't never seen LeBron run into the goddamn stadium because he's like, Styles got to watch me. You know what I'm
What the fuck is he talking about, man? This guy's crazy. What's going on though?
saying? You know.
What? I'm good,
How are
man.
you? I didn't ask you, but you just, okay. Feel free to volunteer the info.
Fuck you, nigga. How about that? I'm doing good though. I can't really complain and shit.
You look very green.
Green
Is that some type of representation of money?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I won't talk, but there will be signs. Is
Yeah,
that?
will be signs. There will be signs, man. There will be signs. Shit, I've been doing the crib. You know, I say that every week. Every week is something different. So I don't have a porch today.
Okay.
They took down my porch. They took down
So
my
how you get
steps.
upstairs?
Oh, it's enough. We got the other entrance.
You got okay.
You
You got to climb a ladder,
Nigga fall out that shit, he dead. Nigga. You hitting
right? That's the second floor.
not even that, but you also hitting the bricks that's down below. This, you know what I mean, been broken up.
Bricks.
So,
What kind of bricks?
not that kind of bricks. Don't get excited. Fucking nigga, bro. Yeah, so you know I'm doing
Bricks. All white bricks.
This nigga's crazy.
Gucci man.
So yeah, I've been doing that, and that's what's been going on at the crib, man. So you know, grateful for that to be happening. I'm actually planning out, you know, trying to plan out my 50th birthday. I ain't gonna give it away, but you know, I told you a little bit of it, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to be playing. Hopefully, God will make me see 50.
What you mean,
healthy.
hopefully? God is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
God will make you see 50 times 10.
Oh shit, damn. Oh, I'm gonna be 500.
Listen, you ain't
50
seen,
times 10, that's 500. No, that's 5,000.
You ain't seen no 50 times 10 is 500, but you ain't
Oh,
seen,
5. You said 10. I think you said 100.
You ain't seen
Yeah,
all those
5,
technological developments that's been going on as far as expanding
Expanding
the
life,
lifespan,
yeah.
You know?
Seen Japan got some new pill or some shit and making niggas live to 120, add 120 to their life, they said.
Yeah, it's called Vilafter. Not Viagra.
But that shit whack. All right, leave that.
There
Leave
you
it
go.
alone.
I give up.
Yeah, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah, but I don't know how we're gonna start. We're just gonna jump right into this shit. I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh, that's bitch ass Peter. I'm like, yo, I ain't know who it was, man. Peter from Flatbush, man. Fuck him. You got a nickname in Flatbush, Peter? Sosa. Who?
Sosa.
Peter, get the fuck out of here, bro.
This guy's crazy.
Big up to Peter from Flatbush, man. They call him what again, Mo? I can't say that.
Sosa.
Okay, big up to that nigga.
And R.I.P. to the homie, man. What's his name again? Andy. R.I.P. Andy, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. this
Andy.
homie.
Real messed up situation, man.
Never met the homie, but I heard about it through Peter, man. My condolences. You know what I mean? I don't even know what, oh, I gotta tell you something, man. We haven't been looking, but I discovered something the other day. So I went to IKEA because my mother was hounding me to go to IKEA. I wanted to design my kitchen over, and she said, "Yo, just go to IKEA and get some ideas. You don't have to buy anything."
Yeah, because they got a lot of different kitchen designs.
I ain't been to IKEA in I don't know how long.
I used to love IKEA.
But yeah, wouldn't they got all kind of stupid shit in there. But the reason why I never liked IKEA before, because I used to bring shit home, and that shit just break up all the time when you put it together. I don't know if they got better at their shit or not. But I
Yeah,
did.
because a lot of it is pressed sawdust.
Yeah, so I did see, I ain't gonna lie, the kitchen, I did see a lot of dope kitchens they had. And they had about 15 different kitchens you could have. I didn't even know kitchen came in
The whole
different colors.
kitchen section.
Yeah, I didn't know they came in different colors and sizes. So the young lady that went with me, she like, yo, I had to eat because you know I'm on this eating schedule now because I got. She's like, yo, there's food in here. You can go eat in here. I said, all right, let's get something to eat. Yo, my nigga, I bought triple food, like mad proteins and shit like that because I eat protein and vegetables, no carbs and shit. And she bought her shit and I got my water and all that. Excuse me. My nigga, we paid $21. I said, yo, my nigga, I found my new date spot. Yo, my nigga, this shit is crazy because first of all, the food is good. Like, I don't know why every homeless person. I had like some meatballs they had. I had.
Oh, yeah, they have the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, I had the Swedish meatballs. I had the salmon that was really fucking good.
You didn't get one of those black hot dogs, right? Because they got those black hot dogs.
Nah,
too.
I ain't seen no hot dogs in there.
Okay.
And I got a salad, and I got some sweet peas. And yeah, I think that's it. And they gave me this little quiche thing or something. I don't know what it was. I didn't eat that. But she said it was good. And yeah, son, I'm like, yo, if I'm a homeless nigga and I ain't really had no bread, I'm even if I was a regular, if I lived close by there, my nigga, I would go there. You can't like Uber Eats from that motherfucker?
So was your food and her food that was $21?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's damn good.
That's crazy. You can't even go to McDonald's and get no shit like that. I don't eat McDonald's.
$20 to barely get you an order of food for yourself.
Yo, bro.
That's crazy when you think about it, bro.
And the shit that, you know, it was healthy shit. I had salmon, and they got the choice of like, I don't know at the counter, but in the fridge, you could buy like wild caught or regular caught. And I was like, yo, and I had a big ass salad, bro. I said, yo, I couldn't believe this shit. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Yo.
What's a big ass salad?
A very big salad, very large salad. Had a big salad. I had motherfucker. She had mashed potatoes. I don't know how the shit tastes, but she had all that shit. I'm like, yo, if I even worked by IKEA, I'm going for lunch to IKEA, bro. This shit is crazy. Now, you know, I think it's dope when you can find a place you could get a good deal on.
But you know what?
Food and shit.
It's not even just food. Let's be honest, bro. When you come across a discount or a spot,
yeah, you gotta get hyped.
You be hyped. Yo. Because I'm like, bro, I go to Jersey every month to go grocery shopping.
You gotta be hyped.
Simply because it's cheaper.
Hold on. This is the young lady I went to IKEA with and ate that food. We taping right now. Gotta hit you right back, all right? All right. Yeah. So, yeah. But.
You know, this brings up a story for me.
What's up?
So, when I was young, I was really an asshole, right? And I remember, because you know, when I was a teenager, I used to wear all polo. That's why I used to be low down all the time. And I remember there was this dude on my block named Bob. We used to call him T-Bob, whatever, Haitian dude. That was my man. And I remember one time he came to my crib and I had this crest knit, the knitted crown or whatever. And he's like, yo, where you got this from? So I was like, yo, I found this new spot called Jiggy's. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I found this new spot called Jiggy's. I was like, actually, that's what it cost me $10. So he's like, what, $10? He's like, no way. I said, I'm telling you, Jiggy's. So he's like, yo, where's it at? So I told him, I said, listen, you're going to catch the D train to Atlantic. You're going to catch the 4 train. When you catch the 4 train, you're going to take it to the last stop. When you get to the last stop, when you come out the train station, you're going to see a bus across the street. I said, catch the bus. Catch the bus to the last stop. And when you get there across the street, it's going to be Jiggy's, right? So, yo, like 3 days later, he come to my crib pissed. Yo, Mo, what the hell? You sent me on some wild mission, blah, 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 this. I get there, ain't no goddamn Jiggy's. So I'm like, yo, what did you do? So he's like, I took the D train to Atlantic. I caught the 4. Caught the 4 the last stop. When I got at the last stop, I took the bus. I said, okay, which bus did you take? Going to which direction? He said, I took it going across the street to that direction. I said, nah, bro, you took it in the wrong direction. You're supposed to take it in that direction. Yo, you know he went back.
Yo, that's the testament. This nigga got the dumbest friends on the face of the planet, bro. Like,
yo,
and that's why you not too bright.
T-Bob. My bad, bro.
That's why this nigga not too bright, because birds of a feather flock together, bro.
And Fritz, Fresco, I know you be watching this show. You just commented when Styles was talking about how he lost the chicks, and you said if I ever lost a good one. You were there. You remember when I did that to Bob?
You retarded.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell you, finish my IKEA shit. So, listen to this, and literally shit, right? So, After I ate, I had to take a shit. I'm like, yo, I ain't leaving here. I'm not getting back in the car, driving home. Let me go take a shit. Yo, people are so crazy. So I go in the bathroom, look for a stall. Somebody over there, nobody over here. So I sit in there, you know what I'm saying? I put my tissue around the seat. And I seen a report the other day. Nigga said, don't put tissue around the seat. It's more germs on shit that we touch than I still put my tissue around the seat. Fuck all that shit. Put my tissue around the seat, and I sat there, and since I've been eating healthy, everything just come out so smooth. Like, just blop, blop, blop. Now listen, it's a reason for this. Listen, bro. So I'm sitting there, and some dude getting next to me, right? And the dude, he sits down, I hear him putting the tissue on the seat, and then all I heard after this was crazy, right? And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I said, Jesus. So the nigga outside started laughing. So the dudes, and so he heard me. He didn't say that. He turned around, I guess he courtesy flushes, right? I'm like, yo, he came next to me. I'm saying to myself, I'm sitting in the stool and go, yo, you came next to me to do that shit. Like, why would he come over here? So I'm talking shit, right? So the nigga, I guess he tried to like wait till I finished, but he couldn't hold it no more. The nigga said, I said, you all right? The nigga outside is dying. So I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because
right?
that stench about to rise,
Right?
bro.
So he fussed again. So I hurry up and wipe my shit and go out there and wash my hands. And I'm like, I hope niggas wash their hands after that shit too. So I walk out the bathroom, right? So we get on the elevator. I went the wrong way. Finally get on the elevator. I'm gonna show you on the elevator. So I'm telling her what I just told you. I'm like, yo. She said, why would you say that? I said, I don't care. This shit was disrespectful, right? I said, I know you can't control it, but that shit was crazy. I said, he must have had to go. All of a sudden, the person walking in the elevator, I said, that's him. She said, how you know? I said, I would never forget them sneakers out mad loud, right? So dude, he look at me, he just looking like this. I'm like, yeah, that's the sneakers. That's him. He's like, yo, why would you say that? And it was this dude. So I said, so we got out the elevator and we was going into the parking lot. So he go into the parking. I said, this nigga. She said, what? I said, this nigga don't got no family, no kids, and he got no product. This nigga came here to shit, right?
He's stupid.
He must have been like a cab driver or something, because he must have came to use the bathroom like, yo, I could go here, bust the shit and left. I was like, yo, this nigga is disrespectful, bro. But when he said, I said, Jesus, yo, the whole bathroom started dying. I know he was probably super embarrassed, but I didn't give a fuck, man. That shit was disrespectful. Why would you come to me and let that shit next to me and let that shit out like that, man?
Man gotta go. When a man gotta go.
He had to go, man. God bless him, man. If you watching the show, man, probably not, but man, I feel your pain, man. You gotta eat cleaner, man. When you eat cleaner, it come out better, man. That shit was disgusting, bro. My man just walked out with them sneakers. He had like some Pumas on and shit, like just walked out with them shits. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, those are them sneakers, bro.
Any nigga that wear Pumas to this day don't give a fuck, bro.
I would say that, but Pumas is probably like one of the biggest sneakers when you go out of the country, bro. Like, Pumas is bigger than probably Nike outside.
I'm just saying Pumas are one of the sneaker brands that just never really followed any trends and they just stuck to their own design, bro. But then again, well, that ain't true because Emery kind of revamped them a bit, right?
Yeah, Well, look, let me get into this real quick. So they say, I don't know how true this is. They say anybody with facial tattoos is a sign of mental illness and maybe some slight depression.
You believe that?
It might be. I can see why they say it. Maybe you don't like the look of your face, so you want to improve it.
I mean, but I think it goes back to what we always say, right? Which is there are no absolutes in life.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Nothing is 100%. So the truth is, if the majority, if it's 85% of the people who have facial tattoos who are going through depression and mental illness, and that means for the most part we can say the people with tattoos, So I don't know. I mean,
I just thought it was ill. Like they say, they usually have some mental instability or some depression.
I mean, I think you gotta have some type of
Yo, but it'd be wild, crazy people that do mad, crazy shit, like mad. Now I'm not talking about one, they got mad shit all over their shit. You can't see their shit.
But I also think that in this day and time, can we really say that when face tattoos for a while was a
Nah,
fad?
I can't.
It was a
remember
fad.
what's that kid name?
It was a fad.
Boondocks. What's his name? Boon.
Oh, you talking about
remember it used to be?
Yeah,
on?
you talking about damn, his name is John Gabanga. That's his real name.
Yeah.
But you talking about what was his name? Boondock.
Boom
Boom
Yeah,
Gang.
he was saying that he didn't like himself at one point.
Yeah,
And
nah,
like,
he was all fucked up in the head.
yeah, so yeah, I can believe it, man. Sometimes you see people and they got them big ass piercings and shit. And sometimes.
So what you think of Krishan that tattooed Blueface on her face? You think she got some mental issues?
I think she did. See, now we going down a rabbit hole. You know? And then you say
So what you think of Lil
85%.
Wayne?
Who?
Would you think of Lil Wayne?
Why not?
You think Lil Wayne got mental issues?
Yeah, son. I think.
Well,
I think
that's true. He do get high a lot, so
Probably get high and
that's
just say,
another
"Yo, give me
symptom.
another one."
That's another symptom of depression. Drinking all that lean and all of that.
This shit, like, yeah.
Speaking of lean and drug use, we should take that to Gucci Mane, because Gucci Mane used to use a lot of drugs, man. And he was just on the Breakfast Club
yeah.
with him and Keisha Keough, and I have to give a round of applause.
Every man need a girl like Keisha.
Everybody need a Keisha Keough in their life, man.
A real tough blood clot Jamaican.
I honestly watching that interview it gave me hope, because I didn't think women like that existed anymore.
But let me tell you about that interview though. Not only that, she's dope, but you gotta applaud Gucci because he allows her
it.
to come in his life and help him make the corrections right. It's hard for some men to do that, to go, yo, take the lead, take the reins. You know what I'm saying? And she made a lot of good decisions for them and their family. And even though he's still a leader of the family, she made a lot of good decisions. She helped make money for the family. She makes sure he good. She helped him make the right decisions. He puts his foot down, sound like in a lot of areas, but she also put her foot down and be like, yo, we're not doing that. And sometimes I tell dudes, you need a woman that's gonna be able to talk back to you in the right way, baby, that you can respect and go, all right, babe, I'm gonna chill out.
But I also think that she created a safe space for him to feel comfortable with that. Because, a lot of times, it's not that a man can't take a woman's advice, it's just that women don't know how to come at a man, right? Mm-hmm. Either they come at you disrespectfully, or either they come at you too aggressive. Mm-hmm. And I always say this, like, women have to think about the fact that the reason that men don't speak to other men a certain way is because that shit will lead to violence and possibly death.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, there's something that triggers in a man when you come at him a certain way, right? And that's just innate. So the truth is, it isn't even about men having an issue with a woman having a say in the relationship. It's about a woman knowing how to talk to a man.
I'll talk to you. I had to deliver that message.
Yeah. But yo, shout out to Keisha Keough, man, because in all honesty, she gives me hope, because all I see these days is the old-fashioned ways, of a woman truly taking responsibility for her man, right, fading away. So to see a woman in this day and time take responsibility and just have such a desire to protect her man, that shit is beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's dope. Another news, celebrity news, just being celebrity real quick. Seen LeBron James was talking to, having his sit down with a group of folks, and he was just like, yo, he can't see himself ever alone, you know what I'm saying? That's why he stayed with his wife and his group of friends. He said as soon as he found his friends, he was like, yo,
this is dope.
This is dope.
This is dope.
Being an only child, so I can understand that and appreciate that. Some things you got to walk through life alone, but it's a lot easier sometimes when you got people that's motivating you in the right direction, man. And the reason why I say motivating you in the right direction, Mo, yo, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, son. Like, I'm starting to see the world in a different space. Like, I knew we was there, but seeing it different. Especially sometimes, excuse me, when I go back to my old hood and sometimes I see certain individuals and I'm like, yo, how you still here? How you still doing this shit? And it's important that you have, one of the things, like he said, he got his friends and they kind of just did what they had to do together and move. But if you don't make the right decisions, man, I tell people this, man, when you start smoking weed and you drinking, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with smoking weed and drinking, but when you combine that with, poverty and living in the hood, and sometimes you stick there with other niggas, it's hard to get out of that funk because you just in that loop, that proverbial loop over and over and over and over. So it's hard to get out, and I thank God for allowing me and my brothers and my mother and them, like, for us to have the ability to move away from some of my friends. And it's by no means this make me any better than any of the individuals I was around. But at the same time, if I didn't start rubbing elbows with different type of people, and some of my friends came with me, and they not came with me in a sense like on some, yo, I'm with Styles, but me making better decisions made them make better decisions. Some of my friends who made better decisions, I said, oh shit, yo, that nigga Wayne did this. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And it made me make better decisions. So, you know, when you got a group of people, not just any people that you can move with that's gonna make positive and put positive influences on your life, you gotta move with that shit, bro. Like, and find that tribe, bro. And somebody in that tribe, y'all can move together, but somebody in that tribe gotta find somebody else they could bring to the tribe and go, yo, this person is actually doing this and elevating here. Because we don't know everything. But a lot of times in our hood, sometimes, man, I'm going through it now just trying to figure out financial shit, right? And I made a lot of money, right? And sometimes I think it's not just the systemic racism, it's the lack of knowledge of how to do shit. And sometimes when we with our friends, he's like, yo, what we gonna do with this? And this nigga tell you, go play the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
But
yo,
that's all they know.
We could go get a brick or do something crazy. We could get a plate and move that. And niggas just telling you shit that you ain't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the end
You know
of the
what I
day,
mean?
you have to understand that they're speaking to you to the level of their knowledge, right?
Definitely.
And that's why I say that coming from where we're from, you have to have a level of crazy in order to succeed, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because you kind of have to believe in something that you never see, right? You're surrounded by poverty, right? You're in an environment where negativity is so rampant that it becomes normal, right? I always say, you know, after I grew up to a certain point and I matured, I realized, yo, being from the hood isn't an automatic pass. It doesn't make it okay for you to do illegal things. Like we have this thing where we think, well, I was raised in the hood, so that makes it okay for me to do illegal shit, you know? And it's because we're surrounded by so much of it when we're growing up, right? The people we look up to, everybody that's being praised, everybody that's being looked up to is actually doing those things. So, and I think it's so necessary for us to have belief, right? Belief in what seems like almost the impossible because there's no traces of it where we're from, you know? And you almost have to be crazy to a degree. And I think it's not even people's fault. That's why when you tell somebody, yo, I'm gonna be an actor, I'm gonna be a musician, or you say, I'm gonna be this or that, and they're like, man, you crazy. And it's not even because they're trying to discourage you from chasing that dream. It's just in their world, that's not reality. You get what I'm saying?
It don't come by.
Yeah, like it's not even real. It's like, how the hell you gonna do that? You know?
Yeah.
And a testament to that is, even with the things that we've been able to accomplish in life, right? I can be honest and say that if somebody told me 15 years ago that I would be doing what I'm doing today, I'd be like, how? Like, how the hell am I gonna, and don't get me wrong, and I've always believed, right? So I've never been afraid to try, but I never understood, how do you get from here to here? Like, how am I gonna get from this point to that point? Because one thing I always say, right? I always say, I'm not impressed by celebrity, but there's certain rooms that I've been in my lifetime that serves as a testament to my journey, right? Because people who were 3 planets away or a whole world away just 10 years ago are now with my arm's reach, you know, and that's the amazing thing, you know. So you're absolutely right, because when one of us actually makes it and now that person is at arm's reach to the stars and I'm at arm's reach to them, it makes me see that, yo, this shit is possible.
No, you're 100% right, man. You know, if you had asked me 20 years ago or 10 years ago what I'd be doing, I probably would have said yes. I believe so much that I had to get out of my situation. Like, I didn't have a choice. That's all I had was hope. I didn't have nothing else. Like, I think I got here by the grace of God and hope. That's the only thing that got me here, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And hope is faith is the evidence of things hoped for yet not seen. So faith and hope is the same thing. And for me, like, I'd probably been like, yeah, all right, cool, you could do better though. You know what I'm saying?
See, and
you know what I mean? Because that's all, when I was a kid, that's all I dreamt of. Now, how I did it, I would have never
that's
thought
what I'm
of
saying.
the
Yeah.
path that I had to take and you know what I'm saying?
But that's where God comes into play, bro.
I didn't know the path I was going to, but wanting to be where I needed to be at and do the things that I've done, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like again, my point is, every time I got to a plateau, I got to meet new people. And if anything you know about me, I'm good with people. So once I meet somebody and talk and shit like that, sky's the limit for me. So every time I got to another plateau, I got to meet somebody else that showed me something else. And the thing about sight, and this is why it's so important for us to get out of our neighborhoods, bro, because when you see it, I know they say faith come by hearing, but there's a thing when you see something. When you see something, you actually go, oh shit, that's how that nigga did that shit? Word? Yo, we was just in this country. Or you buy, you buy Michael Jackson and that nigga bleed and shit just like you shit, and you like, oh, this nigga regular. And you start realizing that shit and stop putting shit here out your reach, and things start to go like this. Oh, nah, I could reach that. I could do that.
Yeah.
And you start to believe that, and that's what you need.
'Cause
that's why you got to move out the space you in, bro.
Because you know what you come to realize? Oh, wait, this ain't nothing but ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Yeah, bro.
Like, these are ordinary people. Like, they put on their shoes one sneaker at a time, just like us. You know what I'm saying? They got 10 fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes, just like us. And that's why I always say, we are all born with the same tools. It's just that each and every one of us have to build our own house. Some of us choose to build mansions, and some of us choose to build shacks.
100%.
You know, but at the end of the day, we all start at the same starting line, bro.
Yeah.
It's just all dependent on the race that you choose to live. You know, for me, I'll be honest with you, like, I always think my advantage when I was younger wasn't even hope. It wasn't even, my son, I just always had this inkling that I was better than this. I always had this inkling, like, nah, this ain't what I'm here for. It's like I knew it. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was younger, like, I was always the young dude that the older heads was like, yo, there's something special about that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, the way that I moved, I just was never with nothing petty. I just never wanted to be around BS. Like, I just always felt like I was above it. And it wasn't that I felt like I was above anybody. It was just, I just knew that, nah, this ordinary shit ain't for me.
Yeah, for me. No, I get it. I totally get that, man. But we got to go to the next topic real quick. I just saw it real quick. I seen it on a couple blogs. I think it's real, but they said Bronny James is now dating Kobe Bryant's daughter.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
My seeds, marry his seeds, blowing his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family.
Yeah. Kobe would have made Bronny James nicer too. He'd have been like, yo, nigga, he was here. He'd be like, yo, listen, you gonna practice like this. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't that what we talking about as far as group economics, as far as keeping the wealth in the family?
Keeping the wealth.
Rather than marrying outside of the culture and transferring wealth.
Yep. Keeping that wealth inside the family. Yo, let me ask you a question. And it's not for me, this is for the ladies. How you think you stroke in the bedroom? You think you give good strokes, hard, fast, slow? You know, we go suave with it.
I think it all depends on my mood, and I think that I go through different modes. Like, it's like a stick shift: first gear, second gear, third gear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was talking to Shorty the other day, and she was like, "Yo, I don't like that rough shit, right?" And I was like, all right, cool. It wasn't, we were just talking. We wasn't having sex. We was talking. And she was just saying she don't like the rough shit. And I'm like, don't girls like that rough shit? They was talking about spank me, hit it from the back. Ah. She said, yeah, most girls say that shit, but we don't really like that shit like that. And I'm like, it started making me think. And you know, when you slow stroking a chick, though, and you just steady, for me, when you just steady and you keep hitting that same spot, slow and steady, and you hit it about, 20, 50 times, for those that can last 20, 50 times.
20, 50 strokes?
Yeah.
You said those that can last 20, 50 strokes?
That's when you see a girl, to me, that's when she usually climax the most for me.
It's a build-up.
Yeah, when she doing that. Sometimes I think the wild shit, the crazy shit is like for the fun. Listen,
I think First of all, it all depends on who you dealing
who you
with.
dealing with,
Different
yeah.
females G-spots are in not different places because it's kind of in the same direction, but it's not the exact same spot. And how you access each female spot is different, and how they like it accessed is different.
Yeah, no, you do. You real, because you're right about that. Because I have females that be like, choke me, spit in my
Spit
face,
in my mouth, spit in my
yeah,
face.
yeah. But I don't know if they all like that. If they just hear the other one say it and then you just like
some of them.
it. So like,
Some of them
listen, man.
pee on me. Some of them like that
crazy.
shit, bro. Listen.
You ever gave a golden shower?
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
I had a girl tell me, yo, when you finish pee on my face, pee in my mouth. I'm like, what?
How about the girl that wanted you to pee on her, but you could never like?
I could never do it. I just said it all the time.
He's like, she would just tell me on the spot, and I'd be like, wait, I didn't drink water.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what would happen? We be doing it, and she talking to me like, yo, when you finish, just get up off of me, nut on me, and I just want you to pee on me. And I'll be like, yo, my bed. I can't put this shit on my bed. Like, fuck you.
yo, could I lay a shower curtain down?
And then
or
she like,
something?
no, go on. I get on my knees on the floor. But I'll be like, yeah, I got
but
you.
I got wood floors.
No, I'll be like, nah, I got you, because now I'm into it. And I'm hyped. I'm sweating. I'm like, yeah. But then I nut.
After you nut, yo, bro.
And mental clarity come back.
Listen, man.
Right?
The things I've promised women during sex, like I owe 3 women a dinosaur, 2 women a plane, and 1 a roller coaster, bro.
But I nut, and it's like, man, listen, man.
Yeah,
You foolio. I ain't fucking cleaning this shit up, man. You get out of here. Go with
Yo, it's crazy how post-nut clarity, you think
everything
totally
start coming back like, I'm not doing that. And I don't feel like it. So, I could never do it. Yo. I never could do it, man. I never, ever, ever could do it. Man, so, listen, guys, watch your strokes, man.
Different strokes for different folks.
Quick question. You're a father, and I'm a father. What's a good age for your child to start paying bills inside the household?
I believe anywhere between, I now believe anywhere between 18
Now
and 19. I think 18, 19, or 18, 19, before 20.
Yeah, I haven't, what I believe and what I do is 2 different things. If I had to be, candidly honest, like, so.
Me too.
Yeah, I think a kid should be paying as soon as they get a job. Anytime they got a job, they should be contributing.
So if they start working summer youth to 16.
16, you should contribute. I think you should install those habits, because that's something they have to do for the rest of their life.
Survival instincts.
And not only contributing, but saving, right? Like, save something, contribute something to the crib, and then go do something for yourself, right? We as parents, we should not always let them just buy shit for themselves, but you have to learn how to respect the dollar, right? You got to learn how to go, yo, listen, you can't take your whole paycheck. I was talking to my homegirl this summer. She was like, my son works summer youth. I said, what do he do with the money? He just ate it all summer. He didn't buy nothing. I'm not buying him no school clothes. I said, did you tell him? Like, he had to buy something. We talked about, but you got to show him. So every day he got his money, he went out after work, bought food and shit like that, bought what he wanted to eat. And after he bought himself like 1 pair of sneakers, but he bought that, he didn't really buy nothing. Like, he didn't put no money away. So
Ended up broke right after.
Right after. So she still got to wind up go buy them school clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, we got to tell our kids, like, my kid, and it's so funny. When I was growing up, that's how my mom treated us. After I had my job for a little while, she said, yo, you got to put $50 toward that cable bill, bro. And that was my first bill that I put shit in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then we was on her phone. Back then you'd be on the house phone all the time.
That joint to come to $600-$700 if
you want to be on that phone because it was
out.
different. It'd be like on the minutes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all run up before and red.
How many times the phone got disconnected because of that, bro?
Y'all run up before and red. Come on for before. Yo, Ma, you don't pay for the incoming calls. You talking about, y'all run up before and red. That's how it was, right? So, I think you got to show a kid, like, from young, because they leave our households, and we think we doing something because we didn't like maybe how our parents did it to us. Nah, I ain't gonna let my kid got to do all that. Just concentrate on school. Nah, School is only one thing you could concentrate on, like one thing, one spectrum of it. And that's something they're supposed to do. And now you got to teach them habits, life habits.
You hurting them more than helping them.
Helping them, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, and like I said, what I know to do and what I do with mine is totally different. You know, I think she pay her phone bill and her car note. Thank God for that.
I think, you know, that you're human, bro, and that's where emotion come into play. You understand? And when you love or you care for someone, you want to make their life as easy as possible. You know? and that's the thing about being a parent. With being a parent, sometimes you gotta block out that emotion, bro. You gotta block out that kid. In order to do what's best for your kid, it's just like when you gotta whoop your kid's ass. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta discipline them, you don't always want to do that. And it hurts you sometimes too. But if it gotta be done, it gotta be done.
Yeah, but this is what I want to say. Sometimes what you just said is detrimental to the kid health. Sometimes we love somebody so much
that we enable them.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. And you can't do that, Mo.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't follow your heart. And that's what I said. With being a parent, you cannot always follow your heart, because your heart isn't what's going to lead you to do what's best for your children. Sometimes you got to give them tough love. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, I would love to make your life easy, but if I don't teach you the consequences of life, you're never going to learn them.
No, yeah. Yeah, so real quick, another subject. You know, I thought about you when I saw this guy talking this shit on the thing. It's not bad what he's saying. I don't know if it's good or neither, but he was like he would never cry in front of his wife. And he said even if his kids died, he wouldn't cry.
I don't know about if your goddamn kids
He
died,
said because he got to be the foundation and the rock for his wife. And, you know, I said, this sounds like some Mo would probably go muscle up and say, God forbid my kid died, I'm balling. Nigga, fuck all that shit.
Yes and no. I think he's being extreme with if his kid died situation. But I think, knowing me, I would try to hold back on it as much as I could. But if I'm not comfortable being vulnerable to that degree with my woman, then why am I with her, bro? If I feel like she's going to use it against me, or, you know, even though we know how some females can be, you understand what I mean? But if I can't be comfortable, and this is, you know, this goes back to what we were saying earlier as far as Gucci Man, where you was like, and I commend Gucci Man for allowing Keisha Keough to be that way, right? And I said, but I'm sure she created a space that made him feel safe enough to allow it, right? And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, we live in a world where women constantly speak about men creating this safe space, but in return, they never think about creating a safe space for a man. And what women don't realize is a man cannot create a safe space for you on his own. You also have to help him provide the environment, right? It's like you give a man seeds and you give him water to grow a plant, but you're giving him a dark room to grow that plant, and the plant is never going to grow, right? So if you're not creating that environment that nurtures for him to create that safe space, it's counterproductive.
No, you're 100% right. You have to have I tell girls that all the time, like, yo, you have to create the safe space. You know, you can't just expect somebody to give you the safe space. If you come in here mad, irate, and crazy, and you're not listening, and you just doing shit erratic, it can't be a safe environment. Because sometimes, you know, if a person came in, ran up in here right now, help. All right, we gonna look like what's help, like how to help, and be like, all right, cool, just talk to us. And you still going on, blah, 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 and we can't understand what you're saying. Blah, 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 blah. We don't know what you're saying. Shorty, calm down. Take a breath. No, get off of me! Right? You just chaos.
Yeah,
there's nothing I could do to help you. The best thing I probably do is knock you upside your fucking head and make you calm down, right?
Another example.
Because we can't do nothing if you don't create the space, the surroundings to be safe. Now, if you calm down and you talk to us and you give it to us, we can figure out what the problem is and go, oh, all right, cool. I know how I can be a help to you. But if you just come in here with chaos, I can't do shit for you.
And I think another example is if somebody's drowning. If you jump in to save them and they don't stop being frantic, they can cause the both of you to drown.
Drown. That's what people say, like all the time. You ever when people save certain people when they're in the water, them acting crazy makes the other person pull them down and drown.
And I think it goes back to what you said about Gucci. So many people out there in the world are faulting their partner for not helping them. But the truth is, you have to allow them to help you, right? You can't be destroying while they're trying to build. Nothing is ever going to happen.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So let me tell you, I want to hit another topic, but I'm not gonna hit that topic because we could just split off of that one. But I'll come back to it. So, real quick, they said love is an emotion. Love is not just an emotion; it actually can heal the body. So when somebody's loving you, and I was telling somebody this a couple months ago when I was in the hospital, like, because I remember being in there and being so much pain, especially a significant other, like, or a loved one. Somebody coming in and talk positive words to you, or give you words of encouragement, or make you happy to see
Or when
them.
I came and slapped you in the back of your head.
Nah, fuck out of here. that shit give you encouragement to even get better sooner, and you know what I mean. And your body takes to that and go, oh shit. You know what I mean?
But I think it goes even a step beyond that. Truthfully, like, that's why they say 6-second kisses and 20-second hugs.
Oh yeah.
They said what they do is they cause your body to create oxytocin, and your body causes dopamine. Believe it or not, like, those chemicals are actually like pain. They're natural painkillers for the body. You know, as well as, you know, they increase happiness, they increase mood, they lessen depression. So the truth is, and I always say this, man. I say that the world is on tilt, and everything that's going on wrong with the world can be fixed simply by people choosing to love each other again. In all honesty, I think love is the universal answer, bro.
It is a universal cure. I totally agree with that. And other celebrity news.
Because once again, what people don't understand is, back to Jesus Christ. Jesus was put on this planet to teach people how to love. When you really think about the teachings of the Bible and all of that, that's what he was teaching, how to love purely. Okay, I'm done.
Other celebrity news. Bun B says.
You said, why you gonna call him a bum, bro?
Bun B.
Bun B.
Bun B. Yeah.
Bun.
That's what I said.
You said bum B.
I said Bun B. Okay, my bad. I was like looking at you like I said something wrong. My bad. Bun B. I didn't know I said bun. All right, my bad. My bad. Yeah. Now you got me down. You want to say the man name? Bun B said, if you can't trust your woman and you hiding money from her and shit like that, why you even with her?
I agree.
I totally agree with this. And this is what I have to say. You know what I mean? For a woman with me to be with me, right? Like, to be my girl, not for me to like sleep with you and shit like that. The way you get to really,
he said I'll sleep with anybody. For other people.
be my girl. It's two different things. It's two different levels on this, man.
Yo.
Like, if I'm not like asking you about doctor's appointments to help me with something, or I'm not, you know, if I'm filling out something, I don't give you my my social security and shit like number and shit like that. If I don't let you stay in the crib by yourself, I don't fuck with you like that.
Pretty
Right?
much.
I don't trust you like that. If I can't be like, yo, my money over there, you not with me, because I have to be able to trust the woman that I'm with. And those are the women that I usually let in to be my girlfriend, or we become into like a relationship, because if it ain't that deep for me. You know what I'm saying? I have to be able to trust you. So I 100% agree with his statement. And I also want to say this too. You know, I was watching this young lady today, and she was just saying, well, she don't trust men, and men got to bring this to the table, and they got to do this, and what she's not going to do again. And I just want to, I know we talking about this topic.
Well, she said she doesn't trust men.
Trust men, but they got to bring this, that, and this to the table, right? And I want to ask a quick question. I want to ask you today on the show. Do y'all women think pussy is enough? Do you think pussy and head is enough? And I really want to know that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, hold up. I really want to know that. And the reason why a lot of niggas leave y'all or cheat on y'all is simply because pussy and head is not enough. That shit get old very quick. And I want to ask you also, if you a pretty broad and you real pretty, a pretty woman, they call you the bad bitch, is that enough? No, it's not. I'm going to tell you, because that shit get old. Now, a pretty girl, good pussy and good head can't do nothing for me.
Nope.
It can't build me up. It makes me feel good in certain instances. I may walk in through
For the moment.
I may walk in some place and people like looking at her, and I feel like, yeah, I got a trophy on my arm, but that's all it does. It didn't get me in the room. You understand what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, you got her in the room.
I got her in the room, basically. And I want to know if you think pussy and head is enough.
They do.
Because if you think that's enough, something's got to be mentally wrong with you. And the reason why I say that is Because if you're not adding no other value, if you're not saying, yo, listen, I'm gonna be there for this nigga when he's sick. Yo, when his money goes short, I'm come in and fix something on his end. And I had to ask this because I seen this this other thing today too. This young lady was saying, this guy had, what they did online. It was something he did online. And the response of the women in the comments was so disgusting. Right? It was just, I can't remember what it was. I'm going to get back to it. It was so disgusting from the response of the women on the comments. I'm like, yo, oh, it was a girl. She got engaged. She got married. And she was like, oh, y'all said if you cook for him, you would get him.
That. Yeah.
If y'all
said if I paid for dates,
I wouldn't have him. If y'all said if
I didn't clean,
I wouldn't have him.
Well, guess what? She was showing the ring.
I'm married, and chicks was in there. Oh, well, I guess she paid for half of the dates then. Right. She must have bought her ring. And I'm saying to myself, yo, y'all think y'all get marriage or get a good nigga to keep you simply because you got good coochie, you a bad bitch, quote unquote, if you think you're a bad bitch, and some good head. That's not keeping you. Just like I couldn't keep you if I didn't show care and love, provision, protection. If I didn't show those things to you, you wouldn't want to keep me as your man because you'd be like, you're a bum ass nigga. So you can't sit there and go, yo, I got some good shit between my legs and I'm a bad bitch. He got to keep me. Nah, that's temporary. You know what you become real quick? You become a hoe because when he drop, you got to go to the next nigga.
That, you become expendable.
Expendable. You're going to go to the next nigga after the next nigga to after the next nigga. That's all that's going to happen. So I don't understand why. I was reading the comments and they're like, yo, y'all don't got to put no work in.
But you know what's so crazy? Like, yo, bro, it's such common sense. And that's why I don't understand why women just can't figure it out. At the end of the day, you give a man what he can't get from anywhere else. That's not vagina, it's not ass, hole, it's not mouth. Because he can get that from any other woman. You know, I was watching a video today where the dude was telling Shorty, like, yeah, I don't spend money on women. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, whatever extra money I have, he said, I'm a man, I'll take you out on a date. But as far as me paying you for your companionship, like, nah, I'm not with that. And she said, well, I'm the American Express Platinum. You know what I'm saying? And when she said that, like, I left a comment and I said, what makes her the American Express Platinum? Because as far as I know, what makes the American Express Platinum is that you get benefits that you don't get from any other card. You get the Sky Lounge at certain airports. You get the concierge. You get hotel discounts. You get a bunch of perks that you don't get from any other card. So if all you're offering is vagina, asshole, and mouth, and that's what every other woman has, then what makes you the American Express Platinum?
Yeah, because I feel like as a man, it's my job to come in and show you something different and do something different than every other nigga that you had so you could drop the rest and get with the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my job.
That's what I'm saying. You're giving something.
What is your job?
And that's the thing. And you know, it's so crazy because y'all talk about men don't want to be men no more, but the truth is, men don't have a problem with taking on the responsibility of having a woman. It's just that y'all refuse to give him the respect that's supposed to come with that role. That's the problem. So when a man is over there doing everything that he can for you, and he can't even get the respect of you, showing him you have the desire to create a safe space for him, the desire to protect him, the desire to respect him, then...
And real quick, and I want to say this too. And for the women that feel like they got to, I'm going to see what he going to do. Don't tell me what you going to see what he going to do. Right? Because if I took that approach with you to see what we'd never go out.
You would have did nothing.
We'd never go nowhere. We never go on trips. You'll never see if I care and love you. It's reciprocal between both. Y'all should both see what each other gonna do. And if you're not showing up for me in the way I need you to show up for me, don't think I'm ever showing up for you in the way you want me to show up for you, because I'm not doing that. I'm not spending all this time on a person that's gonna go, you know, that was cool, but I ain't fucking with him.
And if I'm gonna be honest with you ladies, a lot of y'all are disappointments, man. A lot of y'all a man meets and he may, you know what, let me see what she's about. Like I dig her and you know, I would entertain building the future with this person. But then y'all often, And it's not, when I say y'all offer nothing, I'm not even talking about monetary. Like, you may not even have it like that. But when you show a man that you have the desire to offer something, okay, you ain't got the money to take him out. But you know what? You hungry, babe? I cook something. You home? I'm gonna just pop up at your house and drop off this food. Like, it's not about what you can give. It's about what you have the desire to give. And this is what y'all don't get. And what turns men off the most is y'all have no desire to do for them.
Well, these women, I won't say there's a couple of y'all out
Yeah,
there.
no, I'm not
you know what I
saying
mean?
every woman. Look, nothing in life is absolute, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying a lot of women. And look, and the comments that you see under these posts
Yeah, it's
reflects that mindset.
the comments was just I was like, damn, nobody was even happy for Shorty. They were just getting that. I said, yo, this shit is crazy. But you know, it is what it is. New York City residents beware. Y'all know we have these speed cameras that's everywhere that started out. It was a few just by school places. Like it was near school and it was supposed
New
to
York
be
City
from
got rich off of me with them
6
damn
to
speed
6.
cameras.
Now they 24 hours every day. They was only for school days. Now they got speed cameras on top of cars. So if you see a white car, like sometimes sitting there, got some contraption on top. They just sit in big section roadways, and they just watch the car speed and take pictures of you. So New York City, you know, is a rough place, and it's not a safe place when you're a motor vehiclist out here.
These New York City politicians are like, a nickelback gets sold in the park, I want in. It's like, bro, like
100%.
on the real.
100%.
And by the way, go to Post 270 in Westbury, Long Island.
Yes, go to Post. Big up the L.
Get your flavor passport, man.
In celebrity news again, JLo says her past partners failed her because the men weren't capable of loving her the way she was supposed to be loved, I guess. So she said even though they gave her the rings, they did the nice things for her, they never really saw who she was and they wasn't capable to love her.
I mean, I can
But
agree.
this a woman that went through also 6 marriages, bro.
I mean, I can agree and disagree. I'm not going to disregard anyone's experience, you know, and I strongly believe that a large part of
She also said she didn't love herself.
I believe a large part of relationships is learning how your partner receives love and giving them love in that way, right? But at the same time, I do believe that a lot of people are damaged, have been through a lot, have a lot of traumas, and are never going to be happy, bro. Because someone who's truly not happy with themselves, you can never make happy.
So I want to say something real quick. So it's funny, and we could go back to our last conversation what we were just having this a couple minutes ago. Relate this to that too. Now JLo is a woman that can have anything that she wants, right? And a man giving her anything that she wants doesn't excite her, right? And what she truly wants is to be loved. So there's a position sometimes you can have all the things you want. And I think men sometimes feel like that, yo, I don't need you to buy me this. I just need you to show up and love me. So that's why I could probably feel her in what she's saying. Because in the men's eyes, he's like, yo, I'm providing and protecting and give for you. And sometimes providing and protecting that ain't everything. And some women be like, oh yeah, you gave me this and gave me that, but I want to be seen. And there's some women that want to be seen, but there's also a group of women who you can pay off. Like, you got so much money, she never leave it no matter what you do because she's really in it for the finance, right? Because he fucked up, but if he leave me, I'm back to the streets. Now, when you got a woman in your life that could get it for herself, oh, you dealing with a totally different beast. So now it's like, okay, cool. Both of y'all, if y'all both getting it for yourself, I want to be seen and loved. And that man also wants to be seen and loved.
I agree to a degree, but I also think, and I'm not even saying this specific to J-Lo, but I think that there's some women that are just never satisfied as well. And I think there's some women that truly don't know what they want, right? Because we've seen this a lot of times where you have women who say, yeah, I just want the man that can provide the lifestyle, right? And they find a dude, he's rich, he has all this money, and he provides the lifestyle. They get married. 5 to 10 years down the line, now she's complaining that this man doesn't give her enough time, right? which wasn't the thing that she wanted at first. But once she got the thing that she wanted, now she wants something else. And the sad thing about it is, if that man was to say, okay, I'm gonna pull back on business and I'm gonna start spending more time at home, sooner or later, she would say, why is he always here? Like, and that's just the nature of women. And this is why I always tell men, do not give women what they say they want. Give them what you feel they need, bro. Because a woman is the only one that can.
But I don't know about that.
A woman is the a woman is the only one.
How we get back to the women? We talking about J-Lo.
Because J-Lo's a woman. A woman is the only one, the only person on this planet that can resent you for giving them the same thing that they asked for.
I hear you. I don't think that's J-Lo problem.
No, and I said this wasn't specific to J-Lo.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's J-Lo's problem. I don't think that's J-Lo's problem. Real quick, one more thing. So I saw this guy, a father. He came on, I guess, Instagram or something like that, and was basically expressing himself, saying that he's a single dad. He has his daughter. He wanted to throw his daughter. She wanted a sleepover party
for her birthday.
For her birthday, so he went to one of the girls, her friends, like one of the daughter's mother's friends, and basically said to her, "Hey, I want to do a sleepover. Would you be okay with that?" He said, before I could finish, he said, "Oh, hell no. Like, no, I wouldn't." She said, "Is it because I'm a man?" She said, "Yeah, you hear what the news say about men and all kind of crazy things." And, I wrote a comment on there, Suave, I wrote a comment on there on the thing, even though I do understand that how society may view men, but to me, I wasn't mixed. One woman was like, why he even complaining about that? He should understand and blah, blah, blah. Like, again, I don't take everything as absolutes, again, like we say, because I've been sexually abused, too, by women, by two women growing up, like, you know what I'm saying, as babysitters. You know what I'm saying? One used to let me play with her titties, you know what I'm saying, do all kind of shit. One used to like me rub up on her, hump on her, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just men that do sicko shit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, and that's the problem. I think you have, when you're dealing with children, you got to vet everybody. I don't give a fuck if it's a man or a woman. And I could feel for a father, if you feel like you really not about that time, you just want to make your daughter happy because she wants to be one of the girls to have a sleepover and her mother's not in the picture, how do you fucking make it happen? You know what I'm saying? So I feel it, but like I said, I was abused by women, so I hear you.
I think, for one, I think it's a sensitive topic. I think a parent's concern for their safety of their child has nothing to do with that man. I think it's, look, bro, me personally, I don't let my kids spend the night out at nobody's house. I don't care if it's a woman, I don't care if it's a man. So I get that it's hurtful to him because all he's trying to do is deliver an experience that his child wants. But at the same time, I also understand where the parents are coming from. Like it's not specific to you, bro. I just don't take chances with my kids.
No, I hear, but it's hard to have that conversation, Mo, back to your daughter. Imagine father, like,
no, it is.
Yeah, you going back to your daughter and say, look, I know you went to Janet's party and you went to Kimberly party. And
he's crazy because my daughter's not spending a sleepover party, and I would have said the same way. I don't. It was clear to my kids that you're not spending the night at nobody's house. No,
I get that. But if she went over to other people's house and then she wants it for her birthday, and it's like, I got to say that to my little girl too.
And I'll be
honest. And I want to make sure I say this. I would tell you 90% of men ain't like that.
Of course, definitely.
Right? Like, girls come to my house since my daughter was a kid. I ain't never look at her little friends. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit wouldn't even enter my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand where he coming from. And some people are not sensitive. That's all I'm saying. People are not sensitive. I'm not saying that you have to be.
No,
but if it was a woman that said that on the opposite end, everybody would have been like, oh, they bugging.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. We have to be sensitive to,
I get it.
Not to just because of what gender is. You just got to be sensitive of the topic.
And even to him, in the climate that we're living in, as a man, I would not take the responsibility of having nobody's little girls spend the night in my goddamn house.
I get that.
Because all it takes is for one to say that they were uncomfortable or something, and then now I'm on trial, bro. Like, I don't need it.
Or maybe what he should have did is ask for it and ask two of the girls' parents to stay.
Exactly. That's a different story.
Yeah, he could have did that way. But I'm just saying, but at the same time, we got to also be careful. Because I also related to, like, being black. If you go in a store, just because I'm black, you want to look at me and follow me around. Nigga, just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm a fucking criminal.
I get
at
it.
the same time.
But you know why I can't equate it to the same? It's
Why not?
because nobody takes chances with their kids, Styles.
No, it's not about.
Wait, hold on,
I'm
hold
just
on.
saying to you.
No,
it's
no, just hear where I'm coming
Go
from.
ahead.
And when I say this, what I mean is, as an adult, right? You may walk by somebody who has their dog on a leash, right, with no problem. But when you with your kid, you always want to put your kid on the other side because you're not taking no. And it's nothing personal against the kid.
I'm not saying that's personal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but do you get what I'm
I
coming
get what
from?
you're saying. I'm not.
Like people are very protective.
Yeah, but I
over
also
got to
make the message clear because
all it takes is one oversight, bro.
Yeah,
the
listen to
damage
me.
can never be reversed.
But guess what though? Like I said, it was 2 women that did that.
I
to
would
me.
rather hurt your feelings than take a chance with my
No,
child.
listen,
Like,
I'm not telling you that. But the message that I'm trying to convey, it could be men or women. So when women are sitting in there like, yeah, it should have been a woman. Yo, listen, a woman did this
what's
to
the
me.
difference?
You know what I'm saying to you?
So how many? Listen, come on.
Yeah, so-
we live in a time where
and
y'all
we-
see it all over social media. How many teachers you see having sex with 10-year-old boys?
Yeah, and we oversight it and go, oh, women are safe. I'm not telling you they not, but listen, you got to be careful, bro. Like, you got to be careful of people, period.
Women,
and that's my bigger
women are
point.
just as dangerous as men.
Yeah,
bro.
so, you know what I mean? But look, man, on that note, man, it was another great episode
Of Brooklyn Boys Radio with beautiful Moe.
This fucking looking like a Cabbage Patch fucking doll. Look at this
Yo,
nigga.
listen, man.
Look like a kid bearing that shit, bro.
Yo, bro. My
What's
daughter
that,
got
look, what's
my
that shit on your shirt? Look, you got something right there, bro.
Wait.
Down. Right there. You see?
What the hell are you talking about?
A brown spot right there, look. You don't see that?
What are you talking
Fuck
about,
it.
bro?
All right, cool. I'm lit.
Oh,
right under the
how
screen.
the hell did that happen?
Yeah, all right, cool. I'm just letting you
Anyway,
know.
my baby got this for me for my birthday.
Yeah, she one of them niggas like a Care Bear. But anyway, look, man, Brooklyn.
Out.